Hello, hi y'all, welcome to this channel. Please pull up a chair and grab a cup of tea. Today's video is more of a podcast than a video, and we will be chatting about 15 of my favorite Kenyan STEM champions and their organizations. The title of the video, HABA na HABA HUJAZA KIBABA, can be translated literally as little by little fills the jar. I hope that you will listen till the end of the video so that you can celebrate them with me, and also let me know of others that I should know about. If you are new here, my name is Kefoi, and on this channel we have conversations about how our cells work. I usually do it in the Gikuyu language, so I can practice my Gikuyu and also to show you that you can absolutely talk about technical topic in your mother tongue. This year I aim to include more Kiswahili videos also because I realized that there are so many mother tongues, and since I speak on a very general topic of cell biology, science topic, I should also try and speak in a more general language, so I'm pushing myself to do Kiswahili. Anyway, so you should be able to see some Kiswahili videos soon. I think right now there are two. There's one about vaccines and I think one about diabetes. I think next I'll make one about depression, and then I think next after that will be cancer. And yeah, so please keep an eye out for those. I am generating them slowly because my Kiswahili isn't so good, so it takes me a little bit longer than the Kikuyu videos. So basically I'm learning both of them as I go, and so that's why it takes a bit longer. Anyway, so if you have been on this channel for a while, you might recognize that a version of this video has been uploaded before. That video was a response to an article about the importance of biotech degrees in Kenya. That article was interrogating their utility and asking whether the lack of biotech jobs in Kenya means that these degrees might be useless or might be a poor use of time. So I made a video arguing that they are indeed super important, and so I gave some suggestions and ideas. But then after further thought, I decided that although I was born in Kenya, I haven't really worked as a researcher there in the biotech, biomedical space. And so my perspective and ideas and critiques weren't necessarily grounded in anything substantial. They were just like general observations. So then I decided that perhaps a more useful type of content might be maybe to curate a panel where I can have a conversation with peers who are working in the biomedical field, and maybe within the context of that conversation, maybe that could be useful and that could generate some impact or insight. And so anyway, so I decided now to just remove my video with my comments. But the catch is that at the end of that video, what I had done is I had listed some amazing organizations of people who inspire me basically, and I wanted to keep that segment up. These people are all doing STEM based work, so either like STEM literacy, science outreach, science communication, science engagement, translation efforts, all of these things basically surrounding science and STEM and engagement and education. And so anyway, so I wanted to keep those people up, or at least I wanted to keep the celebration of those people up. So that's basically what this video is. This video is the last part of the video that has now been deleted, and I'm doing it because I really want to keep these people up on the channel, so that if this channel can help to amplify their work in any way, I would like to do that. This is a small channel, but I figure if I can put one or two people onto these organizations, that might be good, because some of these, when you think about how news spreads and how this type of information kind of gets amplified, everyone can contribute, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Everyone can contribute to amplifying the different types of work and the different types of effort. So essentially, I would like to make my contribution because I value all of these people's work, and I hope that you as my audience will share this video with someone and let someone else know about these people, and in that way we can share and amplify and truly celebrate the amazing work that is being done. And of course, as you learn more about them, wherever you can help, reach out to them, support them, amplify them, etc. So anyway, let's get into it. Also before we start, it bears repeating that while I am highlighting STEM companies here, it doesn't mean that other disciplines are not important. I believe that both STEM and the arts are equally important and integral to all functioning societies, and they can't work without each other. I just happen to work as a researcher and be trained in the sciences. I might have said this elsewhere in this video or on this channel, but my college degree was in biology and my minor in art history. So I love and value both fields, and I don't believe there should be any argument ever about the importance of one versus the other. I just wanted to clarify that before we start. Okay, let's get into it. First on our list is the Initiative to Develop African Research Leaders. This program is hosted by the KEMRI Wellcome Trust Research Program and is structured within KEMRI. It is geared specifically to support the development of academic scholars. They use defined programs of recruitment, supervision, and mentorship with the aim of establishing unique career paths for all students and fellows. Their website is in the description box below. A first-hand account from a scholar who is now a PhD student who has experienced mentorship and support from this program is linked below. Please read it, please amplify it where you can. Second on our list is the Mawazo Institute. The Mawazo Institute supports female STEM scholars and thought leaders as they acquire their advanced degrees. They run extensive programming to prepare these women to launch successful careers in their respective fields with influence both within and outside academia. They provide funding and professional development training both in STEM and in the social sciences. They also provide e-learning materials and other free digital resources targeted at early career African researchers. Please learn more about them in the description box below. Third on our list is P4CDA, or the Program for Capacity Development in Africa. This organization builds capacity in many ways. For example, they offer scholarships to education platforms like Coursera and Udemy to help equip and empower youth scholars in ICT and data literacy. They also offer mentorship for young investors who are developing novel automated technologies for agronomy applications. One such example is the soil profiling device Shamba Assistant, which is a smart device that integrates artificial intelligence and soil monitoring. Shamba Assistant was made with both Wi-Fi and GPRS capability. It also contains an inbuilt camera and a solar charging panel and internal storage that can enable the continuous collection and storage of plant images, soil humidity and pH information, nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus content measuring, soil electrical conductivity measurement storage, air temperature and humidity storage, etc. The information that is collected can then be transmitted to cloud storage where crop health analysis can be done, and then advice and advisory information can then be sent to the farmer wherever they are via USSD, SMS, or a phone call. They also offer enrichment programs to farmers and their families to keep up with modern technology. In addition, they have two primary formal training arms. The first is called the Gender Action Learning System, or GALS, and the second is called the Transformation Action Learning System, or TALS. The Gender Action Learning System, or GALS, is a community-led empowerment method that uses very specific diagramming tools that give both women and men more control over their lives as the basis for individual, household, community, and organizational development. If you want to see what a diagram looks like, I have attached a link in the description box below. The second training kind of arm of this organization is the Transformation Action Learning System, or TALS. It consists of the GALS training that I just mentioned, ICT application skills, and training in the methods that permit you to set up value chain GIS, or geospatial information system platforms, and also design thinking to help you think about how to sell a product, market a product, build a product, come up with ideas for your business, etc. All of these trainings help to empower the scholars and the students in the global marketplace by giving them a blend of skills that help them to be useful in advisory and extension services to their communities and to external agencies as well. Fourth on our list is the Action Foundation, which aims to build communities where children and young people with disabilities have resources to learn and thrive. They have a STEM education hub called Ibuka STEM. Through the Ibuka STEM mentorship program, they provide adolescent girls and women with disabilities with STEM education with the aim of increasing their participation in technology-related fields. At number 5 is TechLit Africa. TechLit Africa is run by two computer scientists, one of whom was born and raised in Kenya. She completed her computer science degree and then decided to build computer literacy hubs in her hometown of Mogotio, which is near Nakuru. The aim of TechLit Africa is to make sure that students learn computer literacy skills early so they can start seeing themselves as contributors to technology development from early on. Also, they are capitalizing on the fact that there have been an incredible increase in global opportunities via virtual teleworking. They have also built a literacy center that includes adult vocational training, and I have the link in the description box for you to keep up with them. At number 6, it's an organization called Kids Comp Camp, which supports young students with tech skills, especially those in rural areas. They provide access to laptops and computer literacy training for children who might be underserved, along with the adults that are around the children. Information about them is in their website, listed in the description box below. At number 7 is the STEM Impact Center Kenya. STEM Impact Center is a lab that is based in Nairobi, whose sole aim is to help engage students in STEM-based ideas and concepts. The STEM Impact Center describes itself as a mobile tinkering lab that provides creative space and resources for learners and educators to explore science, technology, mathematics, engineering-based ideas, and creative coding and physical computing. At number 8, we have the Fun and Education Global Network in Nairobi, Kenya. This organization focuses also on experiential learning, specifically via using online platforms. These learning opportunities empower children, teens, and youth to face local and global issues boldly. Just last week, they had a hands-on experiential learning for high schoolers and primary school scholars. They hold these sorts of events frequently. Their website, just like all the others, are listed in the description box below. At number 9, we have Mluga, which is an app that was developed to engage learners up to grade 3 in their mother tongue. Kenya is a multilingual country, and sometimes English simply is not an accessible language for scholars to learn in. While the language of instruction in Kenya is English and Swahili, most rural and pastoral communities only understand their local mother tongue, so it becomes challenging for kids to cope with the syllabus. This app is approved by the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, and the app currently serves 19 Kenyan communities. Mluga is a strong pillar in the implementation and realization towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goal number 4. Mluga, in short, is an offline-online multilingual and interactive mother tongue-based app that helps learners, both young and adults, in rural areas of Kenya and around Africa to acquire basic literacy and numeracy with the help of their respective indigenous languages. At number 10, we have Kamilimu. In order for education to be meaningful to a student, it is very important to help students apply what they have learned in the classroom to real-world problem. Martin Luther King once said, "It seems to me that education has a twofold function to perform in the life of man and in society. The first is utility and the other is culture. Education must enable one to become more efficient to achieve with increasing facility the legitimate goals of their life." I think that when we go to school, we learn the critical lessons that we need, but once we enter the workforce, it's not just about regurgitating what we have learned. We have to apply the things that we've learned in school, and then we have to disrupt and advance the systems that we find in order for them to become better. In order to do this effectively, you need both the experience and the foresight of people who have been in your field. You need the experience and the advice of mentors who have already been there, who have a good understanding of the issues in the field and the steps that you need to take in order to advance. So I applaud the Kamilimu team for bridging the skills gap between classroom learning and global competitiveness via structured mentorship. This is important for both personal and professional development. It is also crucial for developing innovation skills and really using the scholarship and the knowledge that you have generated in your schooling towards meaningful work. This winning strategy increases retention and impact, thus benefiting the students and the communities around them. This is the type of approach that I believe is necessary to build robust infrastructures for scholars to thrive. And I think that this is the type of structure that is so important if we want to build up biotech in our country, in our continent. I hope that we can develop Dr. Mbogo's approach in every single facet of our society, both in Kenya and across the continent. At number 11, I want to shout out Under the Microscope. Under the Microscope is a non-profit based in Nairobi, Kenya that is focused on science communication, engagement, and outreach. It is run and was developed by a 2018 graduate of Kenyatta University. Under the Microscope designs programming to engage learners in STEM topics with an emphasis on collaborating with creatives. As I've said before, science and science education is remiss without the humanities and arts and vice versa. Effective science engagement requires the arts. Under the Microscope has produced videos and movies about topics like climate change, ocean preservation, various diseases, the importance of mentorship in STEM, among others. Watch out for even more amazing work from them. If you happen to be on Twitter, please follow. And actually, I am one of the people that runs the Twitter account. So if you hop on there and see something that you wish you would see more of, or if you wish certain things could be amplified, please let me know and I will be sure to include that in this week's tweet. Please follow them, please support them and amplify their work. At number 12, we have the Vulnerable Scientist podcast. Part of the process of increasing the awareness of what a scientist is humanizing the people doing the science. This is best done by listening to the stories and experiences of working scientists. The scientist, Sarah Nyakeri, has created a platform for Kenyan scientists to demystify the scientific institution and to tell their stories about their past, their science, their careers, and their experiences trying to excel in the science. The scientific institution has many barriers and challenges. Conversations with people who are already established or who are on their way to becoming established within that institution is integral to help equip students and scholars who are trying to become more aware of this field and trying to think about where they might fit in. When we talk about science literacy, part of the battle is to make sure that audiences can relate to and connect with whoever it is that is communicating the information. Another battle is the language that is used to communicate this information. That is a separate conversation for another day. For here, we're just wanting to discuss the fact that it is important to listen to working scientists so that the idea of a scientist is not foreign and is not removed to the larger populace. And I think this podcast does a really great job of supporting the community of scientists who can relate to what is said by the speakers, and also for non-scientists who really want to understand what type of jobs are these, what are people facing, what are their challenges, who are they. All in all, this does a really great job, and so I would like to applaud Sarah Nyakeri and the Vulnerable Scientist podcast. At number 13, we have Africa Engineering News, which is a platform that is a singular source for all things engineering, innovation, technology, and various industry updates all rolled into one. The founder of this organization is an engineer called Winnie Okello, and she aims to cultivate conversations centered on topics like engineering, development, STEM, the impact of colonization on development, and then all these things and how they interact and intersect with local and global politics, all discussed from the lens of a diaspora African. She uses a multimedia approach, so you can find her on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube as well. In full disclosure, she was gracious enough to host me last year to talk about an opinion article that I was co-writing with a colleague. We were on there to talk about the importance of engaging audiences about science topics in African languages. Both the link to the talk and the link to the opinion article are linked down below. It was an insightful process for me, and I hope that it will be for you as well. I urge you to listen and comment your thoughts on our conversation. Please listen and engage with other conversations on her platform as well, and follow her all over social media. I've linked her platform and her website below. At number 14, we have The African Scientist. So this is a channel run by, as the name suggests, an African scientist, and he and his team are dedicated to providing high quality science engagement content from an African perspective. If you think about it, many science engagement platforms that are popular and prominent these days tend to come from an entirely Western cultural perspective. And so this team is trying to contribute to the larger body of science engagement platforms by contributing a little bit of a different angle and a different cultural background. Please follow their platform, like their content, and share with at least one person. At number 15, last but certainly not least, is the digital transformation company Kala. This is a team of people who are producing tech solutions for businesses all around the globe. Their CEO earned a PhD in computer science and then transferred her academic experiences and expertise to helping organizations and businesses streamline their workflows. Another thing that this company does is they help companies digitize their operations and use data-driven approaches to help them brainstorm on how to reach their customers more efficiently. In addition, they are invested in empowering new startups, new tech entities who are coming up. And recently they held a call to build collaborations between small startups and corporate groups and corporate entities who have specific problems that they need solved. So this is a company which is growing but also lifting as they climb, which I find very inspiring. Also, they hold these seminars and town halls where they discuss key issues surrounding biotech and research. Yesterday's was about whether or not research in general matters and whether Africa needs to invest more in research. I hope you'll join me in listening to it this afternoon or wherever time it is wherever you are. I will link this conversation down below, or at least the YouTube link down below, and then of course I will list information about the company just like with all the others also in the description box. This is my list of Kenyan companies that are inspiring me right now, and I hope that you will help me grow my list by letting me know who else I should have on this list in the comments down below. As always, please share, subscribe, and leave a comment. And for all the organizations that we talked today, please go find them, share, like their content, support them where you can. Thank you so much for watching till the end, or I guess in today's instance just listening till the end. I hope that you have a really great rest of the weekend and that you are staying healthy and staying safe. See you in the next video. Bye.